Hey everyone, welcome back. Now today is the final video on the October build. So, so I meant to get this video out a couple days ago, but when I was looking through the footage, wasn't too pleased with the outcome. So I've been doing a few test recordings. So with that, do have everything here all done. So I do also have the kit built with the background with the backdrop. Which I think is really nice. But one thing I do find is that you have to really have the right tape or the right glue, in that fact, to keep everything together. So it's a little bit tricky to get everything to stay level, but not too overly concerned with this. Does look nice to display the vehicles on. So, of course, first we have the Toyota, which did up in a dark green and purple to go for the gray side stripes as well as a few decals. Then stripe with sponsorship logos and team numbers. Then took some white stripes from the kit, put them on the truck. I think it turned out pretty nicely. Now, of course, on the camera, turns on a lot darker than what it actually is. But it is if you do see the details, it is pretty nice. And then next up we have the Piranha race car itself, which is done up in a purplish blue. Then I did some sponsorships on the side, race numbers. Then got everything detailed on the inside. Then then got pretty much flat underside. Now, when I was putting this together, I will say that dealing with a multi-piece frame, it's a little bit difficult to get everything to line up, but I'm thinking that turned out quite nicely. Then, one thing I did find is I had to take the distributor out in order to get the back panel to properly fit in. So, it does have a nice clean look to it with the rear panel piece off. And then, of course, with these were clear that came in the kit. So, did reverse painting, start with the lighter colors, work back to the darker stuff. And I think it turned out quite nicely. One thing that I'm not too pleased about is how the decals used don't really work that well. How on the side I put on one of the Piranha decals, but being black on dark green, it's really hard to see. Then got the race number, then more decals on the side. One thing that I was struggling to figure out is how to get the wheels to align. So when I was putting stuff together, but not too concerned about that. So there's that. Just put the stuff here. And then last of all, we got the trailer. Did in a purple and green color scheme, just like the truck and the car. Then one thing I didn't realize until afterwards when I was done building everything was since the truck is a lot higher than what the trailer is normally positioned at. That does mean when you put the car on, oftentimes the trailer will want to tilt upwards. So, for instance, got the truck disconnected, and here we have the trailer. It'll want to kind of react. So I find just putting the car on backwards does help stabilize the vehicle. But I find just clicking the hitch hitch in there really nicely and just keeping it on does keep the trailer connected. And then, of course, on the trailer, it does come with the wheel chocks that are supposedly used to keep the trailer from moving, but I find with the car, it just wants to slide off. So I have those on, so the car doesn't come off the trailer, which does make it help it so that the car can stay on nicely. So there's pretty much that. Then what else? And honestly, I think that's pretty much it. A little bit of a quicker video on this one, but just wanted to show getting everything done. So we'll say between the Piranha kit and the Toyota truck, I say these were some fairly decent builds. The drag car, I find trying to get the body to align is a little bit of a complicated part if you don't get the frame properly tested. But honestly, besides that, both go together really nicely. And of course, get a nice display stand, which probably worry about later getting that set up properly. But yeah, so I think that so I think with that said, I think that'll be it for this video. And hopefully next, possibly tomorrow or the day after, I'm gonna be having my monthly update, which I still have to figure out what I'm doing for the month of November. But we'll see what there is. So that'll be it for this video, and see you next time.